Well, hey folks, this is Seven here. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining me here today on Farm Sim 25 as we de-stone our recently acquired field. There you go. Hope everybody's doing well today. We are all the way up to the 10th day of January 2025. Yeah, didn't take long. Oh no, we missed some. Although I gotta say, the auto drive, or whatever the heck it's called, missed a lot more. Auto steer? Thing that puts lines on the field. It missed quite a lot on that edge. Well, I guess it has to do with the actual putting in of the field. But no, because we saw some really, I mean, even fields on the other map where I had a tiny bit, like one lane that I'd plowed in would have a bit of an overlap. You actually saw every line on it would follow that pattern, like you'd made some sort of major, you know, major mistake on it or something, as opposed to being, you know, a half an inch over on the scale. Okay, now we should be just up and downs. No, you want me to do another headland? Well, it's not going to leave much left, but okay, we'll do that. So 'tis a Friday morning, and although it is currently raining, it's supposed to stop a little later today, and we might actually get a couple of days of sunny day weathers, which I'm really looking forward to, because it's been quite a spell here of, you know. In fact, I don't think once so far this winter it's dried out enough for the roads to dry. Like we've had enough days in a row of no rain for the roads to dry out. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to 2 or 3 days in a row of no fresh rain. Take a couple of days. It's cold, so it's not like evaporation is high. It'll take a couple of days for the roads to dry out a bit. The reason I'm concerned about it is I'd like to take either or the electric scoot and the e-bike out for a ride. And it's not that I'm too much of a chicken to ride in the rain. The issue with it is this is such a heavily wooded area that pretty much 24/7 the roads have a fine patina, shall we say, of leaves and needles. Not junky needles, pine needles, fir needles, that sort of thing. And there's nothing, I mean, the e-bike, not so bad. Not so bad. But you don't ride an electric scooter when it's like that, let me tell you. No, not a good plan. Not if you, you know, enjoy the use of things like your face. Right. That's it for that. What do we get? Oh, 223 liters of stones. Lovely. Absolutely frickin' lovely. Alright. What's next stage, I guess, it'd just be to grab a cedar and start slapping down the canola. I really should knock over the trees that are grown into the road. Of course, truth be told, the road actually grew into the trees, but it's not the way it works, right? shout out to a good friend of the channel, City Farmer. So watching him use one of the big logging machines to help clear the property. Man, $22K to lease it for the day. You know you gotta do some heavy work just to pay the thing off. But yeah, certainly does have its advantages over a chainsaw. Although, you know, I'm old school that way. No, actually, I'm just cheap. I'm gonna shell out that kind of money to borrow something. That guy. Well, I was gonna say it. Oh, there is no empty space there. What are you gonna do? Thought there was one more bay open, but I was actually looking between the two sheds as I pulled in. So I guess we'll go here. Alright, so where? Oh, there it is. Lost track of our cedar. Now, I haven't had a look at what's cheap as chips today. Ooh, little Zetor Proxima. 45% off. That must be a pretty low power. Yeah, 76 to 117. What the heck is this thing? Oh, a yarder. Really? I don't want to buy this, but I definitely want to put it where I can spin it. Oh, I see. Okay. Oh, alright. I know what they mean now. This all rises straight up. And you can grab an end of it and then allow it to swing past. Some of them you can attach the bottom piece, use them to haul up a hill or stuff like that. Yeah. Not something I'm likely to use. Oh, not on this map anyway. Definitely on the other map definitely has some of those tree removal jobs that could use that. One of them, they gave you same machine City's using actually, one of the Ponzi logging thingies, you know, the articulated 6-wheel drive, yada yada yada, got a big head on it, chews trees up at a remarkable rate. Yeah, one of those. But the problem with it is you can only raise that unit so high. I mean, it's meant for cutting trees down at the stump. So if you've got a steep hill and the tree is 10 feet up the hill, you couldn't actually raise the thing high enough without trying to awkwardly turn around on a narrow logging road. Well, turn so you're facing this way on a narrow logging road up the hill, and then actually be able to get up something that's dang near straight up from the road. You know, and then you ran into the same problem. Unless you could get the whole vehicle at that angle, you couldn't raise the head enough to grab the tree. It was quite a pain in the butt. And I actually found it easier to just simply haul out the chainsaw, cut the dang trees down, and leave the machine sit where it did. Which is a drag, because of course they charge you a minimal rental to use their equipment. You know, you got a $750,000 unit sitting in your yard, and you're not going to go out and do the job? Okay. You're a bit of a idiot. It's a piloted woodpecker. I could tell by the hammering noise. Nah, no idea. I'm just kidding. Alright, let's change this to the crop appropriate. No. Although oats isn't a bad choice. We get some more straw. Now we got our own cereal fields. Let's go for the dollars. Yes, indeed. The dollars. Alright. Oh, you want to see something cool? Come with me. Oh, here, let me shut this off. Here, we'll run, just to make you think we're getting there faster. Boom, 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 boom. Our cooperage has coopered. It has indeed. Cooper duper. Here it is. It has coopered some barrels. There's 1,000 barrels there. It says right there, barrel 1,000 pieces. Well, unless it takes 250 pieces to make up a barrel. Then there's 1,000 pieces of barrels, conveniently assembled into a barrel-like form. I still don't understand. Where does this thing stock up the wood chips? Or do I just not have enough? I've got 2,973 wood chips somewhere. Those are empty. Well, I mean, there's an awful lot of them on the floor. I hope that's not the lumberjack. Is that supposed to have wood chips all over the... I'm sorry, I forgot. You don't speak. Okay, a little bit of plank. A little bit of that. We've got the carpenter shop. How are they doing today? You're not going to tell me, is that your... You're going to make me actually click a button? Okay. Oh, alright, you're doing straight up wood, eh? Okay, no, you should be doing this one, right? Yeah, this is the active one. It's running. It's producing... Oh, I see. So far, 1%. Think maybe you guys could hire a second worker or something? Seriously, man. Wow. I mean, go look at the Cooper's place. They've already got something out for sale. Very cool. Anyway, yeah. I just thought I would show you guys our tremendous project. I know there's an English word for it. Oh yeah, progress. I will not. Well, okay. Where are we here? Headland, oh. And turn it on so I can see. Uh-huh. Alrighty. Yeah. Well, let's go. Yeah, I'm really hoping the greenhouses, something, starts putting out a little bit pretty soon. Because I would really like to get us a machine to pick up palleted items. We are going to have a fair bit of them to deal with. Whoops. It's the other way, species. Do it again. There you go. There you go. Yeah, you don't have access to this land. Indeed. Indeed. If I did, I would have cut that edge a little better. Probably not, but I can say that because it'll never be put to the test. That's how a lot of people work, actually. They'll say all kinds of things knowing that nobody can prove them wrong. Ooh. It was kind of a sloppy cut, dude. I'm sorry, but it was. You will do that again. Alright, try again. Yeah, I don't find that the, on square fields, rectangular fields, what have you, fields with close to 90-degree corners, I don't find that tone that tells you when to turn to be all that helpful. You know, at least not on headlands. I mean, if you do it perfectly on when you're going up and down, you will turn line up to the next row, and if you tap the H key at the right time, it will block you on to the next row. But I find if you do it for the headlands, you end up with these crescent-shaped mist spots. Not bad on a field that's got one headland or two, but some of them, you know, they're 4 or 5 headlands they want you to put in, depending on the field shape. And that ends up adding up to a good percentage. You know, it's one thing to miss a bit coming in that way because you've already gone over it in the other direction. But when you start putting round corners on square fields, well, that means you've missed a little something somewhere. We are on, yeah, we're on 5x time. Good, good, good. I think that's a pretty fair balance. Should probably be a little quicker, to be honest, but considering how much work you actually get done, right? Because no matter how you slice it, even if to scale this field is big compared to the tractor, and the 12 kilometers per hour is scaled as well, it would take you a lot longer than the, 15 or 17 minutes it's going to take us to do this, to do a field of this size. So, yeah, you definitely need to scale the time accordingly as well. And I believe 5x is what the game generally sets at by default. So I'm thinking that's about the closest. But yeah, now that it's more incremental, you know, where the next step isn't like 20, you could probably tune it a little finer, but nah, I guess a bit of a moot point by then. Alright. Really? Yeah, see, like this one's running 3 headlands. And I'm not going to be able to back up to this one for some reason. Ugh. There you go. Yeah, not sure why they decided they needed 3 headlands here, but okay. Oh, I guess because the surroundings of trees, maybe? Could be. Bueller. So I, well, not figured out, but perhaps confirmed yesterday something rather unusual about my 2 little furry buddies, Dexter and Dixie. They have quite different personalities, catanalities, whatever you want to call it. But there's something else too very person-like about the differences in their personalities. Dexter's your beer taste, and Dixie is your champagne taste, right? Like Dexter likes cat treats, or not treats, cat toys from the dollar store. You know, the little ball on the stick and blah 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 blah, right? Just loves it. That's his favorite toy. You know, got one of these little cat tent things, about $3 or something, just a little pop-up teepee thing that your cats might want to hide in, type of thing. Dixie looks at it and she's like, and Dexter immediately jumps in, he's playing around, he's in it, all this stuff. So, you know, but I go to the pet store and I buy what looks pretty much like the same sort of toy. You know, it's a wand with a string and a feather, but it's like 10 times the price of the one at the pet store. Dixie loves it. Dexter, doesn't care that much. It's almost as good as the ball on the string from the dollar store. So, yeah, definitely there is a clear difference in their tastes. And I thought it rather odd. And it suits their personality as well. Dexter is more the rough and tumble, you know, get muddy, do blah blah blah, right? Yeah. Whereas Dixie is, you know, more refined. Would never think of mussing her fur. So, I guess it makes sense. She likes the expensive stuff. Alright, we are almost done. Well, the seating. We've still got the rolling, the liming, you know, everything else. Plus we got this little half row to do beside this here, because it didn't work out to the exact dimensions of our cedar. Can you imagine that? Someone made a map having absolutely no knowledge of the equipment we'd use and didn't make the fields the right size. God, I tell you. What are modders coming to? Alright, can we pick the right line? We can. Look at that. And there we are. A potential field o' canola to make us rich next summer. Well, rich might be, you know, pushing the envelope, but there we are. That part is done. So, off you go, up you go, let's go home. Don't you know? Yeah, I'd hoped to get pigs before winter came, but we don't really have anything to feed them. And we could buy pig food for the winter, I suppose, but I think between buying the pigs and buying the pig food, we'd be pretty much bankrupted. I'm not into being bankrupt at the moment. Ugh, tractor's freaking filthy. Amazing, eh? Drag a couple of tools through a dirt field a couple of times, and you get dirty. I don't know. It's a conspiracy, I tell you. It's all those cleaning product magnates. Okay. So, let me go in here. Now, do I want to lime first, or do I want to roll first? I wonder if rolling takes the lime off. This one issue I have with rolling is it doesn't change the field texture enough for me to really see. So I wouldn't mind. Yeah. I'd like to know what they're doing with the sawdust. Where the heck's my field? Oh. Over here. Alright, so what does it have to say about life? It seems to think we need rolling. Dang. Alright, well, I guess, as we do have the steer function, you don't really need to see what's been done. You can just pick the next line and take their word for it. Kind of like turning the entire world over to AI, like we seem to be in the process of doing. The heck was it I saw yesterday? Some AI program that interacts while you're playing a video game? Or some... I don't know. It's what it appeared to be, anyway. But yeah, I mean... somebody the other day complaining about, you know, people not dimming their lights when they come off the highway into town, driving through town with their freaking high beams on. And the first few comments, new stupido Ford truck giant monster bus things have auto-dimming lights. And of course, you go, oh, okay, so it's not your fault then. Yeah. My thoughts on it? Doesn't that just confirm how absolutely dumb we have gotten as a species? You know? Auto manufacturers are going to trust us to drive a 30,000-ton vehicle down the road at stupid speeds. But they're not sure we can handle the idea of knowing when, or perhaps how, to dim our headlights. You know? I mean, it was one thing when it was, you know, you could get those ones that would basically parallel park themselves. There's a lot of people that just... you know, that's better for them. Let's put it that way. It is. It's just better for them that they do it themselves. But I mean, come on. You know, that's not really a big ask, is it? To be able to dim your headlights? My God. But yeah, like I say, that's kind of the state of the world these days, I guess. Yeah, it's almost too much to believe, but you know, I mean, I remember decades. Oh, okay, when you fertilized, it shows too, doesn't it? I remember decades ago, and I mean literally decades. I'm talking probably, well, maybe 5.5 decades ago. Reading the bottom of a box of toothpicks. And realizing that what I was reading were the instructions on how to use them. And it kind of occurred to me that when they say, you know, putting something in a concept aimed at the lowest common denominator, right, i.e. worst case scenario is another popular way to say it, includes having to explain to people how to use a toothpick. You know? I don't know. I don't remember who it was that had that thing that used to be things that make me go, yeah. I understand their concept, let me tell you. Because it's not a day goes by when I don't just suddenly sit there with a perplexed look on my face and go, what have I just seen? Heard? You know, whatever the case may be. Yeah. I think that the world is just kind of getting too old for us poor boomers. You know? It's just... yeah. It's gone beyond the capabilities of our understanding, I think. All the old markers we used to use to show us how to get through the world in one piece, like, common sense, history, learning from our mistakes. Just they're now memes and tropes. It's just, that's the way it is. It's a funny bit. Yeah. That didn't get the size right for the roller either. Boy, I tell you. This big roller makes pretty short work of this tiny little field, though, doesn't it? But I'm hoping that being one of the higher payoff crops, that it's worth the investment. I mean, it was cheap enough, but you gotta count the day's labor and the wear and tear on the vehicles and the fuel and all of that, so, when we finally go, okay, that's the last thing we need to do till harvest, we're gonna have 20K in this place. So, that's, I don't know. The way this thing folds and unfolds, the way it, pulls the wheels across the ground at that angle, I don't know. It doesn't strike me as being a robust system, like something that was designed so that it's likely to last you years and years. No, that looks like it's going to snap the damn things off on the 8th usage, frankly. Why would you not have simply had them on a 90-degree pivot or something so they won't go past the point that they need to set out when you're dragging it down the field? Well, actually, I guess they just lift right off the ground, so what difference would it make at all? When you're towing it home, yeah, you could have them lock in that position, but I don't know. I don't think it would take too much to turn that into a little bit of a disaster. Oh, I forgot to check if the field's gonna need to be limed now. Dang it. Dang nabbit. You are gonna stop, aren't you? Oh crap, you're not either. We would have barreled right through the beehives. That's not good. Where are we here? No, apparently not. Alright, well, goody. Goody. Did I just... I did. Idiot. There we go. Oh, that's not gonna work either. There we go. So, I guess we should probably do no greenhouse reproduction yet, except for, oh, I guess it's the same day, isn't it? Except for the one pallet of seedlings. We've got our nice little rice lake. So yeah, well, that's the other thing I kind of want to get is a chipper. Dang. Alright, let's go full goofy here and fire up the super strength. Oh yeah. They convince it that gravity is a thing, eh? Otherwise, you're just like, nah, come on, gravity, give me a break. Who the heck ever heard of gravity? But, okay, I guess that one's snug. Could use maybe a little push. There we go. Huh, looks like somebody was at that one with a pencil sharpener. I mean, this looks like good wood. This is what we constantly cut down as dead trees, right? And it is. It doesn't have any living green growth on it. Why are you stuck to the back? Don't do this stupid stuff. What? Oh, I give up. Fine. I'll show you. Go wedge this weird thing in there. Boom, 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 boom. Ah. I can't move to the side because that log rolled right up against my legs. Oh. I mean, they're actually better looking wood than the trees that are supposedly still good and they don't want to cut down. But yeah, all these ones with the grayer colored bark and the perfect meaty looking wood in them, yeah, those are all the ones that are labeled dead trees on the missions. That didn't work too well. Stop doing that. It's like it's magnetically attracted when it gets close, you know? Just suddenly dips down. My log pile's out to get me. There we go, give him a little bit of a wiggle, get him to sit nice and firm down in there. What keeps rubbing? Thank you. Got a freaking cable coiling across my desk here like some kind of sadistic snake. That is over top, okay. I find it hard to judge. I mean, I can see now how far off it is, but I do find it hard to judge. There we go. But I've kind of always had that trouble judging any sort of depth when I'm playing on a 2D surface. Yeah. This one looks like a lot of fun. See, gravity works there. It's probably gonna have to be a load. Might be able to pop one of these on. Get back a little ways so I can get some more height out of it. There we go. Ooh. Alright, that's kind of got a bit o' grippo. How about the other side? Are we... No, I think that one up top would just cause everything to flop off. So... there we go. Oh! No, even when you use the auto thing, it still puts the belts on at a weird angle. Haven't noticed that with any other trailer, but it does it with this one every single time. But it's not a modded trailer, I don't think. I think that's one of Giant's own. Look at that, eh? 36k instead of 52. It knows it's got some weight. It's taken a while to get some speed up. But that wood plant holds like 50 thou, so can be a few of these trailers to fill it up. Because I don't think we've hit even 20,000 yet. I mean, we might have, but I don't think so. I should have put the loader on the tractor. We could have grabbed that barrel of pallets, pallet of barrels even, and flogged them off at the farmer's market on the way back home. But I don't think I can throw it up on the log trailer and expect it to be there when I get to the farmer's market, so I just have to make that a different day. I believe it's the end bay, isn't it? Yes. Excellent. Are we close enough? We have 22,000. We still have 22,000. Let's come over this side. There we are, 30,000. Nice. Just a few more logs worth, but you know, nothing too rude. Can't move these, can I? Oh, you're a woman. I'm sorry, I've been standing over here and with my terrible eyes every time I looked over I go, hey dude. Yeah, I know. You get that a lot, don't you? Alright. Oh, am I still on? I am. I was still on super strength. Lucky thing I didn't throw the tractor across the map. Alright. We are coming closer. I'm stuck. There we go. Can't fool me. Going the wrong way. Well, I'm just checking out the facility. Looks good. Looks good. Let's head home. And we got at least 2 more of those trailer loads to go. Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably pretty close. Again, you know, I'm not opposed to doing both farms, but if you guys do have a preference over what you enjoy seeing, let me know in the comments below. Would be appreciated. Till next time, though, do take good care of each other, folks, and ciao for now.